The young kids are looking good. They're intelligent. They've picked it up quickly. Two kids that haven't been through an off season. Torrey, of course, is going with the first group. He's had minimal mistakes. He's done an outstanding job in Tandon. He's playing two positions. He's playing Z and the F, so he's playing outside and inside, and he's done a great job picking the offense up.
Better than you would have expected? Are these guys both ahead of where you would say, with no off-season stuff?
Much farther ahead. And they're intelligent kids. They're football players. They're not just athletes. So from that standpoint, much farther ahead. You're talking about a kid that walked in off the street and he's going with the first group. That's hard to do, just to even leave the huddle in start the off season. Now, not having an off season, it's outstanding. And Tandon, obviously, learning two positions, it's extremely difficult. And not having an off season to get a head start on it, they're both doing an outstanding job. Understanding the offense, execution, those kinds of things. Even in the first 2 days, those things show up right away. And if he can't do those things, we would move pretty quickly to take a little pressure off him and step back. But that hasn't been the case, and he's handled it very well. Meetings, everything that they hear, they got to hear twice, and sometimes 3 times. Veteran guys, you can give it to them once. They've heard it before. The build-up over time, things come to them, those kinds of things. But those kinds, when they're young and they haven't had it like this offseason, now you're talking about, hey, you got to bring them in a little early, give it to them one time. Teach them stuff, very specific things that matter now to them. Things that are fundamentally and technically things that they're going to use that day, and then we'll come back to it if it comes up a little bit later. So those are things that you're going to have to do with them, because this is a different environment. This is a totally different situation. Last year, all my guys were veteran. I rolled in here late and went home early, so it was easy. But this year it's a lot different. We're in a little bit earlier. We're staying a little bit later. We're looking at things that the other guys did in the past a lot more. All of the cut-ups, all of the things that I'm showing them that Derek did and Mark did, and guys that have been around here in the past and that have done it. We're looking at those things where I didn't have to show those guys in the past. That was them doing it. I showed those guys other guys when we first got here. So from that standpoint, we're spending a little bit more time looking at how those guys did things in the past. The whole thing. Taking a play, hearing it in the huddle, understanding it, getting to the line of scrimmage, and then executing the technique, all in about 25 seconds. There's a lot of pressure in that, and people don't understand that. A guy, it doesn't come right away to your brain if you haven't heard it for a while. So a guy's got to, in about 6 seconds, by the time he leaves the huddle and gets to the line of scrimmage, he's got to figure out what he's doing and how he's going to do it. And then, on top of that, there's somebody across from him that he's going to have to react to. So there's a lot into that. It's not just, hey, here's a play, you learn it, and you go run it. There's a lot to it.